Down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Mariota again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here we go on fourth down. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
It's just me. Bravo. It's me and you. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Play action now. Mariota eluding the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back.
Squeeze, double.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. Second down and goal. Mariota got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders in the final seconds of the first half. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is taken at the 3.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So we've hit. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now this throw caught left side. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
47's the mic. Come off the ball.
They go play action. Mariota. And he fires one incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. That'll bring up second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
47 to Mike, boy. 47. Check. Watch the eye.
On play action, Mariota flushed out right. And he rifles one incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have?
Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not. Did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Check. 53's Mike. Where are they, team? Guys, out time. Let's get
Here's Breida.
Check.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Oh, you got deep? Switch.
On 2nd down, it's Snell. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Off the play fake, Mariota. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Deontay Johnson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to... And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins.
That's a pick, boys. That's a pick.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And coming off a 1-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense? He's got a man, complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 81 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Gets around him. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Now, we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Mariota now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 25 yards that time. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. The throw by Wentz caught by Jackson. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now Holyfield. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. And Jeffrey's got it. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been excellent. 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A first down throw for Mariota. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play fake. Mariota sliding out of the pocket. His throw incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
You put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
47's the mic.
From the red zone now, Mariota escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check 3, check 3. One. Kill. H3, 218. Chopper.
They'll throw again. Mariota. He'll get this one to Switzer. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
I can't believe they let you play. They even let you play. No. One.
Again, it's Mariota. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah.
Now a hit and a loose football. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
That's our ball.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was...
Our ball, baby. Our ball.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock defensively. They have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. On 2nd and 12, Wentz, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So a big, big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This will be from 56 yards out. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the post. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
Mariota. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 41 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run with Breida. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Matt Breida, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation. But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Free kick out of bounds, kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
To throw is Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep down. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They run again with Breida. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Here's Jordan Berry now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Carson Wentz in the offense. Down by 4, 24 seconds to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Back to throw. And he'll hit Jeffrey, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Pittsburgh, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again.